I was thinking, like, what is something really important that, like, people our age, I feel like, need to hear? And yesterday in health, we were learning about, we had, like, a PowerPoint on suicide. And it was just, like, making me think about how people now don't value themselves as much as they should. And when you look down on yourself and you're constantly getting down to yourself, it does push people to the limit where they don't think that they want to be alive anymore. And I'm sure we all have those days where we're not feeling that up for it, just not coming to school or not talking to our mom and dad, and we just feel like it's not worth it to be around anymore. But I just want to talk to you guys because I don't want anyone to feel like that. And when you wake up every morning, and we all have to do that whole go to bed at 1 a.m., wake up at 5 a.m. thing, and you're so tired, and you just look at yourself in the mirror, and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe you got in a fight with your mom and dad. Maybe someone at school yesterday told you were ugly. Anything could happen. But you can't look down on those things in your life. You have to wake up every morning and say, look at me. I'm trying to do this. I'm the one who's taking myself and putting my nose to the grind just to get this work done. And, of course, we all flunk a test, or we all get in arguments with our mom and dad, or we have problems with our friends or other people at school. But that's not something that should make you go so far to hate yourself so much that you take your own life. And I just want to tell all of you, not just in this class, but in our whole grade, that you guys are, in the whole school, you guys are all wonderful people. And especially at our school, are some of the best people I've ever met in my entire life. And I just want you guys to wake up every morning and tell yourself, like, even say I have a problem with Miko. Like, we don't get along that awesome, but Miko, I would be so sad if you killed yourself. Like, you are, like, so funny, and even if we argue, like, seeing you sometimes brightens my day. Like, I don't ever want anyone to think that they have to go and, like, take their own life. Or, like, Gabby, you're so beautiful. Or, Jeremy, that hoodie looks really good on you. Like, everyone needs to know, like, that they should feel happy just to be alive. And my grandma always says this to me, and, like, when she says it to me, like, we'll be, like, arguing or something. And, like, some people don't know this, but I live with my grandparents, so I talk to my grandma and grandpa about stuff like this. And my grandma always wants to tell me about how back in the old country, this and that. And, like, of course it gets on my nerves because, you know, all of our parents do that when I was a kid. Like, you don't want to hear that, but when you really think about it, we are so blessed. I don't care if your parents have $5 or $5 million. You still have parents or grandparents or brothers and sisters, and think how they would feel. I read this thing once, and it was about, like, when someone kills themselves and how people around them react. And it really is true. Someone who thinks you have no friends, think what Miss Saplee, how she would react, or Miss Peck, or Mr. Sturm. Even if you've never talked to him before, I don't want you to feel guilty and say, like, you have to worry about everyone else, but just think about how many people love you. That's the point, is they're expressing for you. Even someone you don't know that well, they still feel for you, and they feel that you're a wonderful person, every single one of you. And all you sitting here right now, maybe this doesn't really mean anything to you, but just think about it, how you're sitting here and you're just breathing and you're just listening to this speech and you're at school and you're around people who, no matter how many of you guys think someone is mean or someone is annoying, they all care. You all care about each other. Because I know that even someone who's not friends, like maybe Lorna and Miko aren't friends. I don't think Lorna would be that excited if Miko killed himself, or if Kyle killed himself. I don't think that Gabby would be that excited. Nobody would be. They would be sad. They would cry. You, like, just look at yourself and tell yourself, like, all of you are beautiful. No one in this room is ugly. Say, I am handsome, or I am beautiful.